Michael Carrick? Because it does, in the last 2 weeks, look like a team transformed.
Yeah, it does, obviously. And Harry makes a good point. They've got a lot of their players are back now. There's a full group. They've got full weeks together. There's no other distractions. They can focus on the league form. And they're producing. But as we know, you win 1-2 games for Man United, fantastic. Particularly to beat City and to come to Arsenal where... But I felt United would get a result today. I was thinking maybe more of a draw, but I always felt United would turn up and they've got enough quality players. But they get that, they've got momentum now into their season, and all of a sudden you're looking at United and you're thinking, great chance of top 4. 1 or 2 months ago you're saying, no, I don't think they'll do it. But no, if they play with that confidence and belief, then you give the manager credit, you give his staff credit, and the players are turning up. Simple as that.
Would you give it Carrick then, now, Roy?
Job? No, you're being silly now. No,
serious. No, would you give him the job? He's had 2 great performances.
Yeah, 2 great performances, but anybody can win 2 games. That's what he does at the end of the season. And even if they do get into 4th, I still wouldn't be convinced he's the man for the job. Absolutely not. I still think they need a bigger and better manager. But he's got the opportunity. What a chance it is for him. And you know what? He's taking it. So, fair play to him.
Michael, we're here till 8 o'clock. We've got all that time to get into the weeds of Manchester United's future. But in terms of Arsenal, Patrick, what does this defeat do to their title challenge now? They're still 4 points clear.
They're still 4 points clear. But there's still some question about the mental strength of the team. I think that performance will be really disappointed because it's not the fact that they lose the game, but it's the way they lose the game. I think there was a lack of creativity. They didn't create enough. I think Saka on the right or Trossard on the left-hand side didn't produce enough to really create danger for United. So they will be, I think, in this situation, a leader to lift the spirit of the team. There will be this momentum where we will need somebody to make them understand that when they are on the field, they have to play. I think this is a team who are full of quality, and to play with more energy and to take more risk because they've got the quality. And it was a disappointing performance because I felt that they didn't play with this kind of freedoms to express themselves.
But in terms of leaders, Micah, they had the captain Odegaard on the pitch. They took him off before the hour mark in that quadruple change.
Yeah, but you lead in different ways, don't you? He leads on the field in terms of his creativity. Didn't really get into the game today. I think Patrick raises a good point in terms of that psychological battle, knowing that you want to win today. You win today, it puts you in good stead. And then it's against United. OK, they had a good result last week, but can you get over the line? There was a lack of urgency, a lack of energy, and a lack of someone who wanted to take the game to United, to get on the ball and make something happen. And that was the worrying thing. When you got Saka on the pitch, when you got Trossard on the pitch, Jesus had talked him up before the game, and he wanted one of those players to step up in the big games. And today, they went missing.
Do you know what that's called? It's pressure. Pressure's on Arsenal today. You see the other results, and they're in a great position. They've got everything going for them. They're doing really well in all the competitions, etc. And that's pressure. They're feeling the pressure. It's how they deal with it over the next month or two. That's what's cost them over the last few years when they've gotten themselves in good positions. And the sign over the last few weeks, now we're going back to the Liverpool game, the Forest game, and today, losing that momentum. If you step back, they'll have to have a reset and still step back and go, we're still in a great position. We've got to get our momentum back, and that almost a little bit of confidence. I can't believe they don't look like a confident team where they are in the league and what they're doing in the other competitions. You'd almost have to sit in the dressing room and go, what's up with everybody? Play the game. They're obviously playing the occasion. They started getting a bit of joy when they were throwing the subs on and they were gambling, they were playing maybe off the cuff. You're thinking, OK, they got back to 2-2, and for a brilliant goal, they might have got a draw. So they've got to get back to basics and start embracing this challenge instead of being frightened of it.
Yeah, it's exactly what I took with Carrick now, but I know the quality of the group. Everyone have the quality to play. Everyone wants to play, of course. But the important decision is help the team. Come here every single minute that you have is to give everything to help this team, to help the teammates. I think we did well today also.
Harry, could I just ask you one last question about your opponent today? You said they give you all sorts of different problems, but from certainly the minute you went 1-1, did you sense there was a nervous situation here, something you could exploit?
Well, I thought the first 20 minutes they started really well. They put us on the back foot so much, but we watched the game we knew against Liverpool, and they did the same in the first half there. But after 20 minutes, I felt like we got a grip of the game, and we started being a little bit more brave on the ball. And when we started playing through the middle and we're playing finding passes through the lines, I felt like we could really open them up. And I think we was comfortable the second half. Obviously, their biggest threat was set plays. They managed to score one. Obviously, it was a scrappy goal to concede, something that we'll have to look at. But like I said, we have quality that we can hurt teams, and we've managed to do that today.
Still singing behind you.
No, these fans deserve it. It's been a tough couple of years for them, and results like last week and tonight or this evening is what they deserve.
Well done. Matthias, you're the match winner. Harry's our player of the match. You're all right passing that on.
You deserve it. All the best.
Become a mirror image from the doom and gloom of the early months of the campaign. Results and performances which must have bruised these Manchester United players. It must have hurt them deep down inside. They know they are better than what we saw, and now we're beginning to see the performances.
Certainly are. A lot of good performances today. I mentioned about so lovely to see Kobe Manu back in a Manchester United team. He should have been playing months ago on a regular basis. Bruno playing in that number 10 position where he affects matches. And the money they spent, the big money on Mbeumo and Cunha, well, today we saw what they can bring to the party as well. But they're working hard, they're enjoying it. And I tell you what, Manchester United are back right in the thick of it at the top. Maybe not to go for the title this year, but certainly those Champions League places now are very much on.
Manchester United moving up into the top four. Match winner Matthias Cunha. What a strike from him. We saw Michael Carrick drumming up the crowd. He wants Manchester United to create a wave now, to carry that momentum, to harness the energy, the power, the might that this famous old football club possesses. Standards may have slipped recently. Is Michael Carrick the man to re-establish what Manchester United would feel should be the status quo?
Well, he's got off to a brilliant start. He's done absolutely everything right. He's restored some belief. They're playing with confidence. They're looking dangerous. And there's smiles on those faces of those United players. We haven't seen enough of that for a while, but it's good to see that today. And they've had two incredibly tough matches, and they've come through them, and they've come through them looking exciting, looking like a Manchester United team of days gone by.
Just see Casemiro there in the week that he's announced that he will be departing Manchester United in the summer. You know, this is the first time in his career he's been on the winning side against Arsenal in a game that he has started. Patrick Dorgu, who had to leave the field injured, but his goal, a special one that will be savoured and rewatched time and time again by Manchester United fans. A club that has rediscovered the smile on its face. Bruno Fernandes relishing his natural habitat in a more attacking role. For Michael Carrick, it is a move on to Fulham next weekend, and it's what is sure to be a pulsating Old Trafford after this. Arsenal, well, from their point of view, Andy, you know, winning the Premier League is never easy.
No.
And they always knew they might have to do it the hard way. It's all well and good being 7-8 points clear at the top. Yeah. They are still the team to catch.
They are still top of the pile. They still have a pretty healthy lead. So, yeah, they're going to have disappointments, and they're going to have tests, and they're going to have mountains that